Alright, so today we got Chris over here, who is the paint wizard, and wow, look at that. So before, after. So this is going to clean up really nice, isn't it? Except for those little cracks in it. So if you get up real close, what did you call this, Chris? The little
crowfoot.
Yeah,
just like the old lacquer days.
Okay, there you can see it has a bunch of little cracks in. There we go, it focused. Bunch of little cracks in the paint. Not much we can do about. Oops, I just touched it and messed up your polishing job. Those can't be fixed without a repaint, right?
It has to be stripped and repainted.
So you're using what, 1,000?
And then 2,000.
And then 2,000, and then going back over it with your buffing compound.
Yep.
And
there's air glaze number 7.
And this is gonna make it look good from 4 or 5 feet away.
Oh yeah. Nobody will know.
So here we go. The lights make it tough for you guys to see. Here, let's see if I can turn off this light, see what happens. There you go. There's before, and here's after. So it's going to clean up pretty good. I mean, you can see the reflection of the sealant in it. But that's the mission today. Try to restore the paint as much as we can. Turns out this paint doesn't have a clear coat. It is just the, there you go, you can see where he did the hood right here. Doesn't have a clear coat, it's just straight black paint on the car. There we go, before and after. Anyway, I'll take a video once it's done.
We swapped from the Merca sponge type DA pad stuff, which is very soft. It wasn't cutting deep enough, and you said you'd like to go deeper. So I swapped to the Sunmite sandpaper, a flatter DA pad that's not a sponge type. This is a whole lot harder. It's almost like a solid block. And so the 1200 grit, the 1500 grit, and then go back with the sponge and the 2000 and DA and buff.
So you started that up here. So basically you're taking off a very small layer of paint.
Correct.
And the reason we're doing that is, like, for example, you can see over here, you can still see the bird poop stains over here. But Chris has done what he was just talking about over here, and you can see the stains are no longer there. So it's a delicate process because
you're walking a tightrope to keep from
burning through. Yeah. And then so anywhere that there's an accidental burn through, we'll come back through and just touch up with some black paint. So he's already started up here on the roof, and so this is going to be interesting to see how it comes out, because man, what a difference.
Totally different.
That's great compared to
even this section compared to where all these scratches still
remain. Yeah, man. Yeah, looks like a,
without pulling all the emblems and all off. This is just keeping it simple like a normal person would.
This is and this is why we call Chris. All right. Okay, so not finished yet, but what steps have you gone through? We explained.
Buffed it, compounded, then we buffed it with a polish. Now we're fixing to go back and hand rub it. Lots of steps, lots of time. Don't get in a hurry.
And you guys saw the paint before. You know, this car had just been sitting in the backyard, probably under a tree, and it was just
with all the birds and stuff.
It was ruined.
Yeah.
But now you said polishing's next, right?
Hand polishing, yes.
Hand polishing. So, of course, you can still see some little cracks in there, but you just step back a few feet, man. That's pretty amazing.
I mean, you got a good deep reflection in it now. You see stuff on the wall and
yeah.
everything else in the paint, whereas you couldn't before.
Yeah, man, this is great. And yeah, you remember the see, it's still got to be, you know, cleaned up. Still got the residue on there. But y'all saw the roof earlier. It was all white because he had just taken the sander to it. And, you know, there's still some marks. There's stuff that you can't fix by what we're doing.
It's way deep, yeah. It
Yeah.
has to be completely painted.
But for how it looked before, this is coming out really good. All right, so Chris is done cleaning up the paint as best he could without us having to repaint anything. You can see from here it looks freaking fantastic. Let's see when you can start to tell the blemishes. So I mean it still looks good. Oh, here we go, right about in here. You can see where there's
Almost makes it stand up better since it's shiny.
you can see the little touch-up spots to cover up. What were those? A bunch of chips?
Rock chips.
Rock chips. But yeah, this is as good as she's gonna get unless it's repainted.
Yep.
And man, here we go. I'm 6 feet away. Looks perfect. Perfect for a race car.
Up and coming.
So yeah, this is. You want me to advertise you a little bit? No, you don't need to. All right.
They keep us running.
Well, leave a comment if you want to get in touch with Chris, and I'll ask him to see if it's okay. But there we go. So big difference. And of course there were a couple of spots had to touch up back here. That was like, what was that? It was burned through the paint? What was
No,
it?
that was actually let go.
It was what?
The burn spot was on the side.
Oh no, what was remember that spot
It
there?
was just bird crap. And it just
Bird crap literally just went all the way through. It looked blue underneath the paint.
Primer.
Blue primer is what they
It
used.
was gray, but it just had that blue cast because it,
The black paint.
yeah.
There's a little bit of the burn through. Had to fix that. So this back here, Chris says I need to just leave it alone.
Leave it alone and drive it.
All right. Well, there we go.
Paint it, then we'll fix all of that.
I think we're going to paint it one day. Maybe in a couple of years. It's going to be a while before it's done.
Get it done, drive it, use it once or twice, then paint it.
Go back out here. So there we go. Paint restoration on the 95 Mercedes 300D.